So we're going to look at the questions and answers for chapter 15. The first question asks about homes, real estate homes. So the first thing I do is just break down the numbers. They give me these probabilities right here, so I always write those down. And then with these, I actually built myself a Venn diagram. So the place where there's an overlap in pools and garages, I stick right in the middle. Okay. And then I look at pools. Okay, it's 64%. I already have 17% in my pools. So I just figure out 17 minus 64, that gives me 47. So now these two numbers together make the 64%. I do the same over here. In garages, I have 21%. I already have a 17 in this circle. So if I just put a 4 here, 17 minus 21 and put 4, I now have 21 here. Okay, so now I have things set up to actually answer these questions. The first question, I write my probability statement. P, a pool or a garage. Well, that is P or a garage. That's this entire Venn. Oh my goodness, how sloppy can you get? This entire Venn diagram area inside here, which is going to be mathematically the way to do it is just the probability of P times plus the probability of G minus P and G. So I can do that mathematically there, or I could just add these three numbers up and that would also give me 68. The probability of no pool or no garage, well, I just figured out what is missing. This whole thing we know has to always equal, the whole rectangle has to equal 100%. We already had 68% here, so that would leave 32 there. So that is the probability of not having one. C, the probability of having a pool with no garage. Well, I just look to my Venn diagram here, and having a pool with a garage is 17, but with no garage is actually, that's not correct, is 47%. Okay. Our next question is number 4, very similar. I set it up in a very similar way. I'll try to keep this a little bit neater. So I first write down all of my probabilities. I then transfer those into the Venn diagram. I always start with my center. The overlap is 4. I subtract 4 from 18 to give me this whole circle. It's got to equal 18. So 4 and 14 make 18. And then to figure out the amount who go to Mexico, it's 5 and 4, which makes 9. Next, I'm going to answer these questions here. A asks how we traveled to Canada but not Mexico. I can just use my Venn diagram. Canada but not Mexico, that is clearly just 14%. Travel to Canada or Mexico, that's going to be all three of these numbers, 5 plus 4 plus 14, which is 23. The other one is not traveling to either of these countries. That is going to be what's left over in my 100%, which is 77. Number 5, again, that same deal that we did before. So we first write down all of our probabilities. We then turn those into a Venn diagram, always starting with the 21, then figuring out how I can add up to 38 here, 17 and 21, and then of course I have to add up to 52 here. Then I'm going to take all these numbers, subtract from 100 to figure out what is left over, and that's 31. Now I can answer my question. TV with no refrigerator, okay. TV with no refrigerator is actually 31%. I'm sorry about that. That is not right there. So that's 31%. Part B, TV or refrigerator, but not both. So that's just going to be these two numbers, the 17 and the 31, since there's not both. So that gives us 48%. And part C, neither TV nor a refrigerator. So it's nothing in here. It's that area that's left over, which we found out was our 31%. Number 6, again, these keep being pretty similar. We just first fill in. We get these numbers right here. 72% are married, where that 0.6 is from, and 44% are college graduates. So half the college graduates are